Welcome to this quick start video for Unit 8, Exploring Booleans. Here's what we'll cover. We'll introduce the learning goals and featured computer science concepts. We'll call your attention to some key preparation tasks. And finally, we'll summarize each lesson's main activity. Now, as always, you're welcome to pause this video at any point to look at the unit materials in more detail and then continue watching. Now, during this unit, students will understand Booleans and Boolean operators, and they'll understand why and when to use Booleans in a program. They'll learn how to create a Boolean, set the Boolean to an initial value, and change the value of the Boolean within a microbit program. They'll learn how to use the random true or false block. And finally, students will apply their new knowledge and skills to create a unique program that uses Booleans and Boolean operators. Now, you may remember that Booleans were introduced back in Unit 3 on variables as a type of variable that holds only two data values of true or false. And then, like using a penny for a coin toss, Booleans are useful in programming for decision making, often deciding when certain functions and parts of programs should start or stop running, and also in database searches. Now, Boolean operators can connect two or more Booleans into one decision statement when they're used in conditionals and loops. So the three most common are and, or, and not. So let me show you some examples. So the first one is if condition A is true and condition B is true. So both of those, whatever's in that diamond block, both of those have to evaluate to true in order for this block to be true. Then you have or. Or is if condition A is true or condition B is true. So either one of them can be true to make this entire statement true. And then we have not. And this basically, you might see this in a while condition. So while event A has not happened, then this is true. We can also think of not as the opposite of. Now, your preparation includes the usual unit level steps. So for the unplugged activity in lesson A, each student will need a penny and some scratch paper. Lessons B and C have the usual preparation steps. Now in lesson A, the unplugged activity has students working in pairs to record the outcomes as they play through several rounds of double coin tosses, and then they write pseudocode to describe the outcomes with conditional statements and Boolean operators and random functions in a double coin toss. Now in lesson B, you'll lead your students to code a microbit double coin flipper program using Booleans and conditionals. You're going to use the pseudocode from the first lesson and the new pick random true or false math block. And in lesson C, the project is to code a microbit program with at least 3 Boolean variables and operators in a meaningful way that's integral to the program. So use the project ideas, and there are 2 examples to spark your students' creativity. One's a sunscreen monitor, and the other is a board game. And that's it. Have fun diving into Booleans with your students.